Welcome to Heart Echo. Tonight's story is for every heart that realized, just a moment too late, what love truly meant. It's a story about echoes, the kind that never fade, and a love that outlives time itself. Emma was a girl who had built walls around her heart. Life, in its own unkind way, had taught her that trust was a fragile thing, easily broken. She learned to guard herself, to keep her feelings locked away where no one could hurt them. So, when Daniel walked into her life, she was skeptical. He was everything she wasn't expecting. Patient and impossibly kind. He seemed to see past the walls she had so carefully constructed, right into the heart she was trying so hard to protect. Every morning, her phone would light up with a message from him. "Good morning. Hope you have a great day." Every evening, another would arrive. "How was your day? Did you eat well?" He'd remind her to rest, to take a break from her busy schedule. He was a constant, steady presence, a quiet warmth in her otherwise cold and solitary world. But Emma didn't know how to accept it. She'd been hurt before, and his kindness felt like a language she no longer understood. Her replies were short, distant, a simple, "okay," or "I'm fine." Sometimes, she wouldn't reply at all, letting his messages sit unanswered, hoping the silence would push him away. But Daniel never wavered. He never complained about her distance or her silence. He simply stayed, a quiet lighthouse in her storm, loving her from afar. He seemed to understand something she couldn't, that her silence wasn't a rejection, but a shield. He continued to send these messages, to check in, to offer his support without asking for anything in return. He was just there. One evening, they were talking on the phone. His voice was unusually soft, tinged with a weariness she couldn't quite place. He said, almost in a whisper, "Emma, if one day I'm not around, promise me you'll remember at least one thing I said." Emma just laughed it off, a nervous, dismissive sound. "Don't be so dramatic," she replied lightly, trying to steer the conversation back to safer ground. She didn't understand. She didn't understand the depth of his words or the exhaustion that colored his tone. To her, it was just another strange, sentimental thing he'd said. She had no idea it was a goodbye. And then, fate played its cruelest hand. Daniel was gone, just like that. A sudden accident, a life cut short without warning, without a final farewell. The world tilted on its axis for Emma. The constant presence, the morning messages, the evening they all stopped. The silence she had once used as a weapon was now a deafening void, an empty space where his warmth used to be. The notifications on her phone stopped, and with them a part of her world simply ceased to exist. Days turned into a blur of numb disbelief. She'd find herself staring at her phone, expecting a message that would never come. She reread their old chats, her short, cold replies now screaming at her from the screen. She saw his patience, his unwavering care, and for the first time, she understood what she had pushed away. The regret was a physical ache, a heavy stone in her chest. Why hadn't she seen it? Why hadn't she let him in? Then, one evening, as she sat alone in the quiet of her room, her phone lit up. A notification she didn't recognize. Scheduled voice note from Daniel. Her heart stopped. Scheduled. Her hands trembled as she fumbled with the phone, her thumb hovering over the play button. With a deep, shaky breath, she pressed it. Daniel's voice, so soft and familiar it hurt, filled the room. "Emma, if you're hearing this, it means I'm not there anymore. Please don't be sad for too long. I want you to know, you're so much stronger than you think you are. But I also know you feel alone sometimes. So if you ever feel that way, I want you to listen to this." There was a pause, a soft breath. His voice was gentle, laced with an affection that transcended everything. "I was never upset with you for not replying." "Eh? Understood. I just wanted to be someone you could lean on, even if you never did. I wanted you to know there was at least one person in the world who was thinking of you. And if you ever find yourself crying someday, I need you to know I'm still right there beside you. I always will be." The voice note ended, But the silence that followed was different. It wasn't empty anymore. It was filled with him. Emma broke down, clutching the phone to her chest as sobs racked her body. It wasn't a cry of grief alone, but of a profound, heart-shattering realization. In that one final whisper from the past, she finally understood the truth. He wasn't asking for her love, he was giving his, freely and completely, even after he was gone. His love wasn't a transaction, it was a gift left for her to find when she needed it most. Now, every night before she sleeps, Emma listens to that voice note. His words have become her lullaby, her comfort, her strength. It's a bittersweet ritual, a reminder of what she lost, but also a testament to what she was given. She learned the hardest lesson of all. That love isn't always about grand gestures or loud declarations. Sometimes, it's in the quiet messages, the patient waiting, the unwavering presence. Sometimes, the deepest love is the one we don't recognize until it becomes an echo. Because some people, the truly special ones, never really leave us. They stay alive in the kindness they showed, the memories they made, and the echoes they leave behind in our hearts. Thank you for listening to Heart Echo. If this story touched you, please consider liking and subscribing for more tales that explore the depths of the human heart. Until next time, take care of each other,